You're an entrepreneur or small business owner, right? Are you utilizing Facebook ads or Instagram ads? If not, it's probably because you just don't know how to produce the content. At earlhallstudio.com, we can create an audio commercial as well as video commercials for you to really get attention to your business and make more money. Audio commercials for radio and audio platforms start at just $99. Or you can go all in with a great commercial for your business to be aired online or even on TV, starting at just $197. Get more information at earlhallstudio.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the show today, Align with Your Purpose. I'm your host, Earl Hall. Thank you so much for being here today. Look, I want to make sure that you do go to my website, take advantage of the things that are there at alignwithyourpurpose.co. Look, today we're going to be talking about negativity. You've got to out the negativity in your life. You know, with Align with Your Purpose and understanding that your business is a big part of your purpose. As a matter of fact, for many of us, the thing that we do in our business is us living out our purpose. It's a big deal. And how are you going to live out your purpose if you're surrounded by negativity? Now, this negativity can come in many different forms, but one of the worst things that this comes from is from yourself. What are you thinking about yourself? What are there's this saying that you are the culmination, basically the 5 people in your life that hang around the most. Start looking at that. What are those people like that are in your camp, that are in your innermost circle? What are the conversations that you're having with these people, and what are the conversations they're having with you? Is it always negative? Is it complaining? Is it, oh my gosh, complaining about this, somebody changed an algorithm on a platform, someone didn't share their post or whatever it is? Because when you encourage, and I use that word encourage, because if you allow it, you're encouraging it. You've got to be able to develop some mental toughness when it comes to what actually it is that you allow in your inner circle. Because that is the thing that influences you the most. And if you really don't have an inner circle, looking at the things that you're saying to yourself is going to be vitally, vitally important. Now, how can we change some of this stuff? Well, let me tell you on a personal level what you can do starting right now to change this negative talk that's going on. I look at so many different posts, like I'm sure you do, on different platforms, whether it be Facebook or Instagram, but I think it's mostly predominant on Facebook, where it seems like people will post negative things because they want sympathy. People want you to know what they're struggling with so that they can get some sympathy from the followers on their Facebook page. Now, obviously, sometimes you may need something. I mean, you lose someone in your family or whatever, but let me just tell you this. What your conversation is, thing that you talk about the most, and the way that you talk about the scenarios and situations that go on in your life really tell people all they need to know about you. Even if you're someone that has especially, let me say that, if you're someone that has a product or a service and everything or most of the things that you're talking about are from a negative standpoint, your money problems, your relationship problems, your business problems, in a sense of you're just and you're putting it out there and you want that sympathy to come in from people. How is that going to actually encourage people to want to do business with you? It's not. You're not going to get the sympathy money for your business or the product that you're selling. No one cares that no one else has purchased your stuff or you don't feel like enough people are paying attention to you. Big thing I'm about to say here. No one cares about you. You've really got to understand that. No one cares about you. People care only about themselves. And if they're caring about you, it's because what you can do that is going to impact in a positive way their life. And if all you're talking about is the negative things that are impacting your life, it's a quick prescription for losing. It's a quick description for disaster. Now, I'm not telling you to go out here and make up things, but let's just look at it from a different perspective. No, you shouldn't be out here lying or making up how things are, but there's a perspective that you can even take from your negativity, which is, you know what? I didn't make enough sales this week, in my opinion, but you know what? Here's what I think the problem is, and let me help you, and hopefully this will be a solution for you. So it goes beyond, you might want to state an issue really quickly, and then the rest of the time, 90% of the time, is you focusing in on the solution. This is a part of what I call sharing your journey. This is a part of what I call, and what Gary Vee talks about, documenting over creating. Because so many times we want to create a certain piece of content and, we want it to be killer and stellar and all this other kind of stuff. But people genuinely do enjoy following you on your journey. If you are starting out in business and it's not going exactly the way that you want it to go, if you want to be that go-to person, you've got to be the person that comes up with the solution. So in documenting your journey, hey, I'm putting this out, but, this didn't go exactly the way that I thought it would go, but you know what? Here's what I think would make it better. So if you're going to be doing something like this, here may be some things that you can learn from me not to do. So that's the thing. You want to make it a thing where you're not talking about your problems all the time, but rather you're talking about the solutions to the problems that you're facing. People love that. One, you're able to be authentic because you're just sharing or you're just documenting what is going on in your journey. And that's vital because people will genuinely gravitate towards you because you're providing solutions to problems. And that's what every product and service is all about. You having the ability to be the person that has the solutions to these problems that people are facing all the time. Look, I'm going to take a short break, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some of these better ways of documenting and sharing your experiences with people because this is important. Make sure that you do follow me on Instagram. I'm at Align With Your Purpose. And make sure you visit the website, alignwithyourpurpose.co. I'm going to take this short break and we'll be right back. Get the book Align With Your Purpose by Earl Hall. Find and walk in your purpose. Get the answers to your questions about life and how to make it exactly what you want are in this book. This is your chance to stop living in a life you hate. Discover how to manifest the life you actually want. Get Align With Your Purpose now on Amazon, paperback, Kindle, or audiobook.
You're an entrepreneur or small business owner, right? Are you utilizing Facebook ads or Instagram ads? If not, it's probably because you just don't know how to produce the content. At earlhallstudio.com, we can create an audio commercial as well as video commercials for you to really get attention to your business and make more money. Audio commercials for radio and audio platforms start at just $99. Or you can go all in with a great commercial for your business to be aired online or even on TV, starting at just $197. Get more information at earlhallstudio.com.
Hey folks, thanks so much for keeping it locked right here on Align With Your Purpose. I'm your host, Earl Hall. Today we're talking about the negative. The negativity in our lives is a big part of the thing that is holding us back. So we want to make sure that we are doing all we can to eliminate the negative thoughts, the negative people, and those types of things out of our lives. Go ahead. I want you to make sure you grab the book, Align With Your Purpose. It's on Amazon.com right now. paperback Kindle, as well as the audio book. Look, when we're talking about the negativity in our lives, this is one of the things that I think people struggle with. And I think it's probably because being negative is so easy to do because of the conditioning that we've been through, because of the lives that we've lived, because of the institutions that have influenced our lives since birth. Being negative is so super easy to do. When you want to be elite, when you want to be at the top of your game, just look at some of the people that we all look up to, like Tony Robbins, for instance. How many times have you ever seen him negative? He's all about activity, and that's why he's at the top of his game. Does it mean that people like that don't go through negative things? No, it doesn't mean that at all. But what it means is that they have learned that this is not the best state for them to be in. One of the things that I've come to understand, especially about negativity, is that, look, I am not the type of person that ought to make decisions at a high level or at a low level. I've got to have some emotional clarity on what it is that I'm doing before I make decisions. And probably a good thing. I mean, because if you make decisions at a high point, everything's great all the time, you may miss some things. If you make decisions all the time from a low point because you're trying to just hurry up and do something, you're probably not going to make the right decisions at all either. But when you make decisions from a point of clarity, emotional clarity, and how are you going to get that emotional clarity? You've got to start telling yourself a different story about yourself, and you've got to start eliminating those people out of your lives that are the source of negativity in so many different ways. The funny thing about people, and this is just true, most people do not want to see you do better than what they're doing. They don't want to see you in a better situation. It's all right if you're like right at their level or maybe just a little bit below their level. Oh, they're super encouraging. Oh, they just love you to death. But as soon as you stick your head just 1 inch above where they are and you go for it and start getting it, all of a sudden they want to, like crabs in the barrel, so many times drag you back down. The people that are in my inner circle, how we roll, is we celebrate each other's wins. We celebrate people even that we don't know. We'll look at other people that are online that are crushing it, and we are like, oh my gosh, they're doing such an amazing job. When you have jealousy and negativity in your life, this is not a good place to be. It's not a good place to be because you're not at your best. And just think about yourself. When people start complaining too much, unless you're a complainer, when people start complaining too much, you don't even want to be around them. The same thing goes for you. If you're one that's online in business, especially, that's complaining about things that are going on, you're not someone that elite people that, or I should say people that are looking to be at the top of their game, those people are not looking to do business with you because you always or so many times have negative things. The negativity part of you has to be something that you get under control. And let me tell you what happens when you get it under control. When you look at things that happen that you might normally consider negative, and instead you start looking at them as opportunities to be better. You start looking at them as opportunities for you to try different things and different strategies and just accept and own the fact, okay, that didn't work, but you know what? I'm not dead yet. I still have time. I can still figure this out. And you don't quit. You keep going. You've heard me mention the hashtag that I use so often now, hashtag tenacity and patience. You've got to have that tenacity to go all in and to do the things that need to get done for as long as you need to do them, and have the patience to wait for the reward. Have the patience to know that it's going to take time to do this. And when you start cutting out that negativity, you make that journey shorter. People that are winners in life want to get to the end goal as quick as they can. They do not make excuses for anything. They do not allow excuses to become reasons for not performing. You cannot allow any obstacle in your life to stop you from reaching the goals that you have set for yourself. Cutting out the negativity in your life is a must do. Yes, you may lose some friends, you may lose some family, but this is your life. Are you going to not attain your goals because of someone in your family that's saying negative things? You've just given them control over you. Are you going to stop doing the things that you know you ought to do because someone online says something negative? You're allowing them to stop you from reaching your goals. Look, I want to thank you so much for tuning into this episode. In the comments section of the podcast, let me know, are you struggling with negativity? Tell me things that you need help with. What are the things that are holding you back? And let's get you over these things. Look, thanks so much for tuning in once again today, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow.